I'm here to provide updates on the Bond and Omer homicides. These two daylight brazen shootings occurred with no concern for public safety in August and September of 2021. The Hamilton Police Service Major Crime Unit worked tirelessly over the last few months, and I'm pleased to be able to share this update with you. The Hamilton Police Service has arrested 4 males in connection with these 2 homicides and attempted murders. A male and female have also been arrested and charged as a result of the search warrants for firearms and drug-related offenses. On August 6, 2021, at approximately 7:30 p.m., the victims were at the rear of a premise located in the area of Paramount Drive and Mud Street West. The victims were confronted by 2 armed suspects, and multiple rounds were fired at the victims, resulting in the death of Keden Bond, life-altering injuries to another victim, and another victim was sent to hospital, treated, and released. On September 14, 2021, at approximately 2:45 p.m., Sabir Omer was in the parking lot located at 239 King Street West with an associate known to him when they were approached by a lone suspect. The suspect shot at the victim, striking Sabir, resulting in his death. The other victim was able to flee and was not injured in the incident. On October 14th, the Major Crime Unit executed 4 warrants in Hamilton and Halton. Thanks to the assistance of Hamilton Police K-9, ERU, our Emergency Response Unit, Halton Emergency Response Unit, and Niagara Emergency Response Unit, 6 individuals were arrested. Police also seized a number of guns and drugs, including 4 semi-automatic handguns, 1 fully automatic machine pistol, bulletproof vests, 3 silencers, ammunition, and approximately $185,000 in cocaine and fentanyl. During this investigation, detectives were able to draw a link between the 2 homicides, and investigators believe a number of individuals were involved in the execution of the Sabir Omer homicide. The following individuals face charges. Treyante Eccleston, 19 years old, of Halton. He's charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder in both the Bond homicide and the Omer homicide. He also faces a number of firearms-related offenses and drug-related offenses. There's a 17-year-old male youth of Halton. He's charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder in the Omer homicide. He also faces numerous firearms and drug-related offenses. Anthony Law, 18 years old, of Hamilton. He's charged with first-degree and attempted murder in the Omer homicide. Jonas Campanero, 19 years old, of Hamilton. First-degree murder and attempted murder in the Omer homicide. Selena Silva, female, 19 years old, of Halton. Numerous firearms-related charges and drug possession charges. 17-year-old male from Hamilton, numerous firearms-related offenses and drug-related offenses. So I take a moment at the end here to thank the community and all our community partners and all our policing partners that resulted in the arrest of these individuals for these crimes. It was a complicated and lengthy investigation, and has resulted in 93 criminal charges. We continue to investigate these homicides. We believe that there will be additional charges that will stem from these arrests and these investigations. And anybody with information, to please contact Detective Frank DeVono at 905-546-3827 or Detective David Brewster at 905-546-4067. You can always provide information anonymously through Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 or submit your anonymous tip online at www.crimestoppershamilton.com. Given that the accused are before the court at this time, I'm unable to speak to any of the evidence further in these investigations, but I am happy to take any questions at this time.
What was the motive? Why were these 2 young men targeted?
The motives are still being investigated at this time. They do seem to be related to known associates within the groups. As I say, the one individual has been arrested for the 2 different homicides. That's the linkage between the 2 homicides. They all appear to have known each other in some fashion. The disputes between them is part of the investigation that's ongoing.
Obviously, a lot of youths charged, or young people, teens. Can we talk about the concern with that? Young people charged with such serious offenses.
I can speak directly to these two homicides, yes, you're correct. There's a lot of young individuals that have been arrested. They obviously, like I said, I guess repeating myself to the previous question, they are known to each other, be that on the people who were the victims and or who are the accused. They seem to have some sort of association within their lives that their interactions are resulting in violent actions between one another.
The three people shot on the mountain, do we think the 17-year-old was the intended target, or was it the uncle or something? Or?
I won't speak directly to that evidence, and that's something that would be before the courts, but they were targeted.
Do we have a sense of how many more people might be involved in terms of this investigation?
Again, that's something that's would be evidence in part of my investigations. I won't disclose those details.
How did the families react to the news of the arrest?
I would tell you that I had the pleasure of talking with the family, and I would say that there's a sense of relief. They went through a roller coaster of emotions, specifically with the individual who was involved in the Bond homicide that is still in hospital right now. He expressed joy, I would say, at the end of our conversation that we've reached this conclusion, and he's very appreciative of the work that's been done.
Any additional questions? Will there be additional charges in both shootings, or just one or the other, or what are you sort of expecting with that?
I would say that I can't comment directly about that, but I would not. I'm investigating additional charges on both homicides.
When did the connections sort of come up? Like how soon after the second shooting?
I couldn't be specific about that. I would say relatively early on in the second investigation.
Do you know if there were other people that they were targeting as well? Any other potential victims that were in the works kind of thing?
What I can speak to about that is that if we were aware of anybody who was an intended target, they would be notified of that.
And now that these two shootings have been connected, is there any connection to the shooting at Cannon and Lonsdale?
I'm speaking directly about these two homicides today. In my unit, in the major crime unit, we'll always look at if there is connections between any homicide, and that's how obviously we made that connection between these two.
Are you able to say in terms of, I know you spoke briefly about motive, but are you able to say if there was one specific dispute that caused this, or?
Again, that would speak to evidence, so I can't comment directly about that.